Satoru Gojo is arguably the most hacked out character in all of anime, but today we're analyzing the very nature of his power, the Six Eyes and the Limitless, to understand just how strong he is and why he might just be the most broken character in Jujutsu Kaisen. To understand how strong Gojo is, we first have to understand why he is so special in the first place. You see, Satoru Gojo is a modern-age sorcerer born under one of the major clans in JJK, the Gojo clan. Right from his birth, he was special. Not only did he inherit the clan's Limitless technique, but he was also born with the gift of the Six Eyes. This mixture of both the Six Eyes and the Limitless technique is said to be incredibly rare, appearing only once in several centuries. In fact, it was said his very birth reshaped Jujutsu society itself, urging cursed spirits to rapidly grow in power just to balance the scales between sorcerers and curses. Now that we know why he is special, let's break down his tool set, starting with his ultimate blessing, the Six Eyes. The Six Eyes is a hereditary jujitsu ability exclusive to the Gojo clan, and it allows Gojo to have absolute control over his cursed energy. With the Six Eyes, Gojo is capable of perceiving cursed energy at an atomic level. It also gives him an enhanced view of his entire surroundings, meaning he is basically untouchable to sneak attacks. Paired with his Limitless technique, it grants him maximum efficiency. He is able to use his technique extensively while wasting practically zero cursed energy. Because he wields the Six Eyes, Gojo stands at the absolute pinnacle of the verse in terms of cursed energy management and efficiency. But despite its advantages, the Six Eyes constantly strains Gojo. Throughout the day, it continuously feeds his brain with incredibly precise and detailed information about his entire environment. This is why Gojo usually wears a blindfold, limiting the heavy amount of information sent by the Six Eyes to his brain.
Having understood the Six Eyes, we now move to Gojo's actual curse technique, the Limitless. This is a hereditary technique of the Gojo clan, and being born with it grants Gojo the ability to manipulate space at an atomic level, as described by Miguel himself in Jujutsu Kaisen 0. But as simple as his technique sounds, it is actually one of the most complex abilities in the entire series, and it can be broken down into 4 distinct categories. 1. The neutral state of his infinity. This is the basic application of the Limitless technique, and it functions like an infinite series in mathematics. By subdividing the space between himself and any incoming object infinitely, Gojo can slow attacks to a complete standstill, effectively making them never reach him. This creates an impenetrable barrier between Gojo and his enemies. After his battle with Toji, he learned how to fully automate it. Before his awakening, Gojo had to manually turn his neutral infinity on and off. But now, thanks to the Six Eyes, his infinity stays on 24/7, automatically filtering objects approaching him based on their threat level. And now, 2. His curse technique lapse, Blue. With Blue, Gojo is capable of creating negative space. This creates an intense attractive force, allowing him to violently pull objects close to him. He is also able to create a massive wave of pulling destruction called Max Output Blue, which has enough force to clear out massive structures in a single sweep. But Blue doesn't only give Gojo the ability to pull things toward himself. He is also able to use this negative space to condense the distance between 2 locations for instant teleportation, or to shorten his travel distance in battle, massively upscaling his raw combat and movement speed. With just the Six Eyes, his curse technique lapse Blue, and the neutral infinity, Gojo was already considered to be one of the only 4 special grade sorcerers. Around his teenage years, he shared the title of the strongest with his best friend, Suguru Geto. But everything changed when he was outsmarted and nearly killed by Toji Fushiguro, the sorcerer killer. Toji had a heavenly restriction that took away all his cursed energy in exchange for making him a complete physical superhuman. It was from this moment, at the very brink of death, that Gojo mastered reverse curse technique in order to heal his fatal injuries.
Now, reverse curse technique is an alteration to the standard cursed energy used for combat. Rather than enhancing the body, it regenerates and heals it. It is an extremely advanced, high-class jujutsu skill, and most sorcerers never grasp how to use it. But thanks to his 6 eyes and sheer genius, Gojo was capable of mastering this skill in a millisecond before death, reviving himself to finish the fight. This second clash with Toji led to Gojo mastering another legendary part of his arsenal, Curse Technique Reversal Red. Unlike Blue, which creates a negative force that pulls space in, Red acts in the exact opposite way. It creates an intense pushing force by manipulating the concept of positive space. This allows Gojo to manifest a red sphere that, once released, violently expels everything in its path, creating a massive wave of destruction. As the name implies, it is formed by pouring positive energy from reverse curse technique into the Limitless engine. It requires extreme precision, mastery, and double the amount of cursed energy output it takes to fire a max blue. Having mastered all of this, Gojo ascended. He finally grasped the full scope of his power, leading him to discover the absolute peak of the Limitless technique, Hollow Purple. Purple is achieved by merging both the negative infinity of blue and the positive infinity of red to create a massive, rushing sphere of virtual mass. It has the power to completely shred and destroy all matter in its path. It requires a massive amount of cursed energy and stands as one of the most destructive attacks in the entire verse. With Hollow Purple, Reversal Red, and Automated RCT added to his toolset, Gojo finally claimed the title of the Honored One and stood as the undisputed strongest of the modern age. But speaking of high-level jujutsu, we have to talk about domain expansion, the single most powerful technique a sorcerer can possess, guaranteeing a sure hit effect on their target. Gojo later mastered his own domain expansion, Unlimited Void. His domain creates an endless cosmic environment trapping his enemies. Its sure hit works by flooding the minds of anyone trapped inside with unlimited raw information. This completely paralyzes anyone caught in its range, leaving them wide open for a clean, lethal strike. Throughout the series, his domain has the most instant and devastating sure hit effect, granting him a guaranteed win whenever it is opened. During the Shibuya incident, Gojo even pushed past his own limits by activating his domain for a mere 0.2 seconds. This allowed him to hit the disaster curses and transfigured humans with the sure hit, while successfully avoiding permanent brain damage to the thousands of civilians trapped in the station. Wielding all of these abilities, Satoru Gojo is easily worthy of his title as the Honored One. There isn't a single sorcerer alive that holds a candle to him in raw combat, except for maybe Ryoma Sukuna, but that's a story for another day. Thanks for watching. Please let me know in the comments if you love deep dives like this so I can keep making them. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you in the next domain.